TLDR patch notes, patch 8.11 of League of Legends, in which case Pyke Place Market makes a splash down in the Rift, as well as this is definitely the I Hate 80 Carries patch, because the community whined about the role that whines too much. So without further ado, let's get into it with some champion changes. Anivia. Q cooldown decreased at early ranks. Q damage ratio increased. Graves finally got his namesake back and was digging people graves, so it's time to nerf him once again. Base attack damage decreased. R cooldown decreased at early ranks. Kha'Zix. R cooldown decreased at later ranks, but stealth duration decreased. Evolved R grants additional cast to stealth duration, no longer grants stealth or movement speed in Brush, because even assassin players need to realize that even assassins hate other assassins. Kindred. Mark respawn time decreased. First mark spawns earlier. Rift Scuttle Assist now correctly collects marks. No one will still play this champion. LeBlanc. LeBlanc can now queue up the cast of W and RW in either order. Lee Sin. Injury restore on passive increased. Q, W, and E now apply cooldown reduction for the duration of their reactivation time. Rakanda's Q base heal is decreased, but his E base shield is decreased as well. Talia has a lot of things being changed, including base stats, her passive, a lot of things removed on her Q, nerfs to her W and E, but a buff to her R, being a flat 5-second duration at all ranks. Urgot. Collision radius decreased. Base attack speed increased. Passive damage to monsters increased early. R no longer roots Urgot while he was grinding a champion to death. Victor. Wanting to be a Victor, Q discharge damage increased at later ranks and R damage ratio increased to maybe give him a bit more power, so he can actually be relevant once again. Shinzao, that's how you pronounce it by the way. Base attack damage growth decreased. E slow decreased. And when it comes to Xayah, the E root duration has been increased. Now, putting the hate in I Hate Marksman. Marksman base stat has been adjusted for every marksman in the game, including changes to their attack damage growth, armor, health growth, and health regeneration. Check your champion specifically for whichever one you change for specific numbers. When it comes to Hunter's Machete compensation, Master Yi, as if he needs anything more, right Reddit? Nocturne and Diana are all getting compensation, base attack damage decreased, but bonus attack speed at level 1 has been increased. When it comes to the new marksman items, we have Stormrazor, upfront burst, and lots of kiting. It probably also smells like Yasuo's Windwall taste. Infinity Edge, crit, try more crit, and it was also still more edgy than Shadow the Hedgehog. When it comes to Essence Reaver, it's now the ultimate power spike and early game item. Last Whisper's bonus penetration has been shifted to total bonus armor penetration, and it's also the ASMR version of that song from Persona 5, Last Surprise. Giant Slayer has also been removed. When it comes to critical strike items, Brawler's Glove is more expensive, Cloak of Agility has been removed, Zeal is more expensive, and all of the Zeal items have had their costs increased by at least 200 gold. When it comes to lifesteal items, their costs have actually been decreased to compensate for the increase in Zeal item cost. When it comes to Maul of Mortius, the magic resistance increased, base shield value increased, shield no longer scales with magic resist, and it still won't go with Steric's gauge 5 seasons later, stop trying. Guardian's Angel cost has been increased, but its armor has also been increased to help you deal with assassins. When it comes to Banner of Command, enhanced minions are highly resistant to magic and physical damage rather than entirely immune to magic damage only. Shurelia's Reverie, movement speed decreased, cost decreased, base mana regen added, active cooldown increased. Thanks, Singe. When it comes to Runic Echoes, it now builds out of Phoenix Codex rather than Lost Chapter. Ability power has been increased. When it comes to runes and the Let's Mow Over 80 Carries train that we're on this patch, all aboard. Fleet Footwork is getting some nerfs, and the new Keystone, Hail of Blades, can possibly be built on 80 carries, but possibly also not. It's like a front-loaded lethal tempo, think of it that way. Ultimate Hunter is pretty much Ultimate Hat, and Nimbus Cloak is now a thing. When it comes to Inspiration, Minion Deteriorator has also had some changes. The initial delay is also going from 155 seconds to 240 seconds. When it comes to turrets, Inhibitor Nexus turrets health decreased. Inhibitor turret health regen increased. Nexus Inhibitor turrets can now only regen health up to the next third. When it comes to turret gold though, more of the turret reward gold is granted locally rather than globally. When it comes to the jungle, Baron Nashor's attack speed's been decreased. Base corruption damage decreased. Special attacks no longer apply corruption. Scuttlecraft's respawn time has been increased. Shrine duration also increased. And when it comes to jungle monsters, experience slightly increased at later ranks. Last hit assistance. If a basic attack would fail to kill a minion within 4 or less health, that minion will still die, and this will decrease by 1 for every next patch for the next couple of patches, and this applies to all roles. When it comes to ARAM, Butcher's Bridge is finally returning after 10,000 years, and Pyke joins the ARAM free-to-play rotation during this time, as well as some quality-of-life changes to ARAM to make it a bit more enjoyable in the long run. Ping distance volume is now going to be a thing, as well as instant feedback. When it comes to some bug fixes, level up rewards, a new Darkwater skin for Diana and Vladimir, as well as Pyke coming to the Rift, some chromas for each of those skins, as well as some new emotes and summoner icons, and you have yourself a completed patch notes for patch 8.11 of League of Legends. If you want to see a more serious take on the patch notes, make sure to check out people like Phreak and Scarra, as this was a parody as used to be done by Blakinola. Thank you so much for watching, and your support is greatly appreciated. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. But I don't know which video will be next, because I can have a lot of kinks. So until next time, take care. GG, get jinxed. Thank you for watching.